learn some patience, my man.
Stupid ass.
Excuse me?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What did you say?
Get off me, you stupid ass. That's what I called you, stupid. Don't you ever touch me again. I'll put you in a federal courtroom so fast your head will spin. You come down here to address a few things about this board that you guys are going to be under investigation for about the haunted forest.
Everybody's dismissed. Here, let's go. Who do you work for now?
Myself. Hey Travis, you licensed yet to be code enforcer? Huh?
No comment.
No comment? Whether you're licensed to do your job you've been doing? Lying to the porter about Porter, huh? The meeting ain't over.
It is.
It ain't over.
Close the public. It's over.
Nah, they gotta come back open and close it properly or they're violating meetings law, open meetings law.
That's between you and I.
Hit that thumbs up, fam. We're about to expose some scary corruption here in Wilson, New York, and we can't let them get away with it.
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing no more. I'll take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, I gotta ask you,
with all of it.
Hey, do me a favor. Wait for the SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
Down here today at the haunted forest here in, well, we should be in Wilson, guys. That is the idea here. We should be in Wilson because the town of Wilson shut this place down and they had to move here in Newfane. So what we're here for today is to get a look at what should be in Wilson. But since the town has decided to shut this haunted festival down in their town, now has moved to Erie County, and Erie County is making the tax revenue on this place. But you would ask, why in the world would someone want to shut a place down like this where there's so much fun? And well, your guess is as good as mine, but this is some good old-fashioned family fun ready to happen down here. That they had to move out of here, out of Wilson, and move this all the way to Clarence. Well, actually Newfane. This is right on the edge of the pumpkin patch of the great pumpkin farm here in Clarence, right in the back fields behind it. Actually, I'll show you where that is on the map. Now you see where it is. Well, this place definitely should have been in Wilson and should be in Wilson because the guy who rents this property here to continue his operations had to move his operations from Wilson here to Newfane. And the reason, well, we're going to investigate and find out. So hit that thumbs up and let's get into this investigation. So what we're looking at down here is the setup. You know, they got their haunted hay rides, the same stuff, you know, and they got a corn maze down here, haunted houses, they got snacks, food, and they even have a beer truck coming down here. But the real question and the real concern is why a town wouldn't want this operating on their 40 acres they own. Now here you can see they're set up maybe on 10 acres, maybe 5 rented space. They have 40 acres out in Wilson to run this festival down there, but ooh, I'm glad Chucky's not here right now. Looks like they got a Chucky down here to haunt people. So as you can see, we got haunted fun houses, we got all sorts of stuff. We got the gift shops, we even got Satan down here. They got a stage for entertainment where they perform dancing little routines for people. And as you can hear, they're getting ready, brush hogging and cleaning up. But as a matter of fact, let's go take a look at the property over in Wilson where this should be. And the government shut it down. And as a matter of fact, it's even more trickier. Let's talk to the owner. So now I'm down here in the town of Wilson looking at an empty parking lot. Which grass is not cut because nobody will be coming here, folks. This is a huge parking lot built just for that festival that they did have running here at one time. And like I said, we're going to get to the bottom of why they wanted this place shut down in this rural community here. As a matter of fact, before we get into it, let's go ahead and take a look on the map where we're at. I want to go ahead and show you guys the boundary of this property, and that it's fact that it's on 40 acres of land, not rented, property they own. All right, now you guys see where we're at. Let's go ahead and get to the bottom of some corruption down here. So this is the owner, Corey Quinn, of the
Haunted Forest.
Haunted Forest. They're trying to shut it down, and I guess, well, why would the town of Wilson want to shut this family fund down? Can you give us any insight in why they wanted to shut down for the first place?
From what we found out through the lawsuit that we're currently involved in, we've got a few neighbors across here that these 3 or 4 people wanted it shut down, and we found out that the one guy over here, he's a chief engineer on one of the zoning board members' companies that he owns. And it was that zoning board member that influenced the entire zoning board to have us do an environmental impact study on the hayride that year, or we wouldn't get our permit. That study costs $25,000 and takes 6 months to do. So because of that, we couldn't get our permit in 2023, and we had to shut down. We weren't allowed to open.
And in 2023 is when you moved over to Newfane?
So we moved. What happened was the pumpkin farm people in Clarence actually heard about us and how successful it was, and we knew what we were doing, and they asked us to open up a property there, or I mean an attraction there, a hayride there. So we did, and it kind of worked out. I guess, the world kind of delivers. This one got shut down. But we were going to run both operations, both locations, because this one is an hour from the other one.
How much property, how much space do you guys rent over there as far as acreage?
We got about 15 acres.
15 acres. I guess maybe 5 to 10.
Here we have 40.
And here you got 40 of property that you don't have to pay rent on because you guys already own it, but the town just will not let this happen.
Exactly.
And the corruption's going deep into the zoning board members as one of the neighbors and everything.
Code enforcement officer, some of the councilmen, the town clerk.
And we're going to get to talk to them all. We're going to go ahead and try to hunt them all down if we can. Now, you were telling me about the court battle. You actually won the court battle, and they were supposed to give you the permit, correct?
We did file an Article 78 case against the town. The judge ruled in our favor in that, and it told them to give us a permit back. But what they did is like what they did when they took our permit away. They held that up, didn't give us the permit until mid-July. And then what they wanted us to do was erect 400 yards of fencing or something like that, from my memory. They wanted us to move the parking lot 100 feet back from where it is. We weren't allowed to play music of any kind, any sound effects, run any chainsaws. We had to close by 9 o'clock. So they gave us a permit, but they didn't give us a permit.
And then the real kicker is on the taxpayer's dime, they have appealed that case that you won.
Yes.
And then they lost.
Yes, and now they're going to the Supreme Court.
Now they appealed it again on the taxpayer's dime. Their second loss. Still trying to shut this place down from operating. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and take a look at, so obviously we've seen that stuff. So where abouts was most of that stuff be set up here?
So right over here next to the Red Barn, we had 2 guys that brought in food trucks. The people would kind of hang out up here. The hayride would start right at the end of the road here in between the fence. Mm-hmm. People would jump on, and it would go all the way into the back of the woods, so far back you couldn't even hear it. And then we just had some seating area where you see the benches off in between the trees there. And the corn, they would walk back to back. The field in the back there would be the corn maze. People would have to walk down a rope line about 150 yards back to go through the corn maze. So mainly everybody was always in the back of the property, pretty much. And yeah.
So this guy able to get a permit here. They appealed it twice now, their loss, on the taxpayer's dime, just using up the taxpayer's money, trying to bankrupt this guy so he can't even run his family business down here in Wilson, and the parking lot remains empty. He's got a lit parking lot, nice sized parking lot down here, and 40 acres versus 15. You were telling me when you went for your permits in Newfane, how rough a patch was that?
Newfane was great. They actually said to me, "We know who you are," and they were glad we were in their town.
Really? So they wanted this attraction there versus here. It's just
they opened,
so.
I can't speak highly enough. They wanted us, and I can't speak highly enough about Newstead versus Wilson. As
far as when the festival was here, how far back was like any attractions where there was dancing and music going on? Was it like right here?
So
was it back there?
We did have a small little tiny kind of stage platform here where we would play music, but it only happened 3 times a night, and the whole thing was 4 minutes long. So for 12 minutes a night, people would be on the stage dancing. Literally 12 minutes a night.
Stage for entertainment where they perform dancing little routines.
And we were always closed by 9, 10 o'clock, regardless.
Sound ordinance here in Newstead?
The noise ordinance is 11, but they forced us to close at 9 o'clock on Sundays, 10 o'clock on Saturday or Friday, even though the noise ordinance went to 11. These people here constantly lied, saying that we opened till 12, 1, 2 in the morning. That was just a complete lie. We had so many lies spread by these people over here about us and our operation. It was ridiculous because they just didn't want
most of the neighbors here were mad about it, or there was some neighbors that liked it. What do you?
We had more people in most of the meetings supporting us, and we had these 4 or 5 opposing it. But so it didn't matter. It was. We know it was because of this guy's connection with the zoning board member that is what put an end to this. And then this fellow over here, he joined the Lions Club, where every single member of the town is a member of. They have 33 members, and out of the 33 Lions Club members in the town, 20 of them are the townspeople, the town officials. And he joined the Lions Club over here to make friends with them, started taking them out to dinner, and got their favoritism, and next thing you know, our permit gets taken away. It kind of was a collective thing.
Of all the neighbors around here?
Yeah, we were attacked.
And this festival ran how often?
So we were only open 18 days, 4 hours a night, 70 hours a year.
That's it, huh?
Yep.
Sitting here in downtown Wilson, 7:30 at night. Place looks pretty dead. All these businesses closed. You got to wonder if the town of Wilson is the fault of keeping this place down when they shut down places like that, you know? It's kind of crazy. Down here at the Haunted Forest, at night down here, on opening night here in Newfane and not Wilson where it should be, because it's shut down for being too noisy. So we're going to sit here and hear how horrible noisy it is from the outside. Can't really see what's going on in here. He's got it gated off, so the only way to see is going up in through there.
Wait, you can't run all the way through the parking lot.
The cider shack. Satan down here. Shit. Oh shit!
Legs inside the wagon at all times. No smoking, drinking, eating.
Oh, we're not going.
Ladies and gentlemen, so nice to see most of you. It's a dark and heartless night. The type of night that gives men like Jack the Ripper safe harbor.
Is it this way or that way? This way. This way? Yeah. This way. Oh, thank you so much. You've been so kind. Have a great night. Here comes safe. No! No, please! You lied to me! Why did you tell me that? No!
Hey, don't try like that.
Oh shit, Jack the Ripper knows who we are, fam.
These are your nightmares. You will experience them up close and personal. Come to it and exit the rear. Do not touch anything inside. Please also remember, do not touch the apple.
Peekaboo!
Sitting here in downtown Wilson, 7:30 at night. Place looks pretty dead. All these businesses closed. You gotta wonder if the town of Wilson is the fault of keeping this place down when they shut down places like that, you know? It's kind of crazy. There seems to be no shortage of selfish people here in America who want to dictate what happens on their neighbor's property. Well, there is one area where the neighbors don't want it there, but what about all the businesses in town? Let's go ahead and see what they have to say about missing out on this event. Let's see if an event that brings in more than 500 people on a weekend is missed in a small town like this with all these small businesses.
Did you have a to-go order?
No, actually, I was looking to speak to maybe a manager or owner here.
They're not in. I can help you.
I had a few questions about, I don't know how long you worked here or not, but
From the beginning.
all right, well, there'd be a perfect person to know the answer to that would be the old pumpkin haunted hayride they used to do up the street here.
Mm-hmm.
Did that bring people to town here? That you would say that them nights, two nights a weekend for them 18 days a year, would that have brought more business here?
If they still had it?
Yeah, I'm saying, would you say that there would have been noticeable, did that bring people to town, create revenue, you think?
Anything, like activities like that would definitely bring you.
So like to say that leaving here might affect your business here, the business here?
The what?
That not being allowed to be in town anymore would affect the business here?
Well, yeah, because when we have like events in like town, like we do get an influx of people whenever there's like little things.
So I was just trying to get I'm a journalist. I'm doing a story on the whole.
Yeah, I kind of heard about that. It's kind of stinky.
And but I guess that's just the question is, you know,
Yeah.
would it?
Well, I think
the businesses want to see.
I think whenever you have something that like comes into town, and whether your families or like
Any events.
anything, right? You kind of plan like, oh well, we'll go into town, we'll get food. You kind of make like a day of it, or you're just out and about and you stop in. Whenever there's any kind of event going on, it always brings in business for the surrounding businesses.
All right, that's just the angle I'm trying to capture. Do you own this place?
No.
Or run the place? No.
Why? What's up?
I'm actually a journalist doing a story on the old haunted pumpkin ride, or pumpkin fest and that got shut down. And I guess my question is for some of the businesses here is like, with the town shutting that down, would you guys notice an influx of loss of business because it would have brought to the town as far as people coming to the town when that festival is open? Would you guys have noticed more orders or?
I would think so. This is kind of a go-to. So I would think it would probably, with it not happening, it would definitely drop sales.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
November 19th, down here in the town of Wilson for a town board meeting to expose some major corruption going on down here. And we're going to get to ask some questions and hopefully speak at public comments down here about their public abuse of funds, public abuse of power, lying to the state of New York, the Department of State, running a sham operation down here. So we're going to go ahead and do some corruption exposing tonight. How you doing?
Oh, thanks, man. Yep. I don't want to get in your way, sorry. These power players.
How you doing? How are you? Good. You've got Hi. Hi, buddy. Fantastic. Haven't talked to you in a long time.
Yeah.
Good. Good, man. Yeah, how are you? Good. Long see.
Got fire ourselves a place out front here.
Shall we all stand to pledge the flag, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands.
At this time, next item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes, October the 15th. Our next item on the agenda for this evening is the Wandering Gypsy. Is there a representative from Wandering Gypsy here this evening?
I'm here.
Ms. Pepperday, would you stand up, please? Identify yourself, if you would, please.
Sure. Go ahead.
I did have a chance to speak with your husband, Bob Pepperday, and I understand that you and he have been sick for a while. We, the board, had some questions with regards to probably about 4 or 5 items. I don't think it's necessary to regurgitate everything that we received in the email. So with regards to parking, how has that been addressed?
Like we indicated in the paperwork we sent 2 weeks ago, we have added additional lighting in our front parking lot and then 2 additional solar lights in the side field parking lot.
While this video is about corruption with the Haunted Forest in Wilson, New York, we are in Wilson and now they're picking on somebody called the Wandering Gypsy Brewing Company. While I'm here and I'd like to expose the corruption in Wilson, New York, let's go ahead and use this as a perfect example. The Wandering Gypsy gets talked to by these board members as if they are some type of children of theirs, like a parent who's not happy with your decision and wants to curve your decision. You'll see what I mean by the way they talk to them, but just to show you these petty tyrants here on this board and how they want to micromanage things, let's take a look at the parking lot of the Wandering Gypsy Brewing Company. That's right, fam. The Wandering Gypsy Brewing Company in the middle of nowhere. No neighbors, no one to complain, yet this board is trying to micromanage their parking lot and their business. One would have to wonder why a town would want to meddle with small businesses so much to destruct businesses and make it hard to make a living in this town of, well, you've seen what the streets look like on a Friday night. Sitting here in downtown Wilson. 7:30 at night. Place looks pretty dead. All these businesses closed. You gotta wonder if the town of Wilson is the fault of keeping this place down when they shut down places like that, you know? Now leave your comments what you think about this trash board talking to this business owner like they are their children.
In addition to another light off of the shed that shines into the field parking lot. Our current parking lot is sufficient for our day-to-day business. However, we offer additional parking in the field when we do have larger events, which has worked for the past, we've been doing it for about the past 3 years now. We got a quote to try to do like a gravel parking lot over there, and it was going to be over $8,000, which we frankly cannot afford at this time. So we've made the decision to simply plow a portion of the field when we are going to be having larger events during the winter. There's usually maybe 2 of those max that we would need that additional parking. But that would be sufficient to have parking be contained on our lot. In addition, all summer we have been, and I guess it started in the spring, we've been putting no parking signs on the road during any larger events to, try to have people refrain from parking on the road. That's something we can stop fully because we can't tell somebody they can't park there. We do put the signs up, and we've had good luck with people abiding by them. Okay.
Ms. Pepperday, with regards to your plowing project for the parking lot, what kind of time frame do you have in starting that project?
I guess I don't understand the question.
When are you going to start plowing that parking lot?
No, I was saying...
The grass area.
So I was referring to the winter months when there's snow. We can plow with a plow truck the grass area to create additional parking if we're going to have a larger event, so that there is another off off-road parking area. So it has nothing to do with plowing the grass up. It's just simply creating another safe parking area that's off the road when we have our 1 to 2 events in the wintertime that would require that.
Roughly, how many vehicles can your lot accommodate with regards to parking?
What in the hell is this board talking about? If this private business wants to park people on the grass, who are they to decide whether they should or should not? If somebody doesn't want to go park on the grass at a business, they just won't go to that business. Where does this board get off thinking they can dictate where these people park cars on that field? It's huge!
Our main lot or our additional field?
Both, please.
My best educated estimate would be 150 plus. We've never filled it completely, so we've never been maxed out on parking, even on our largest events this past summer.
Okay. You talked about lighting, so I want to keep moving. How have you guys addressed the septic system issue?
Like we talked the last time that we met, the septic system issue is simply not an issue. It was approved by the Niagara County Health Department for our business that we carry now, which includes events that we hold. And they had said that it would even be okay for expansion of business. With that being said, if we have an event where we feel like our current septic, our current restrooms are not enough, we will simply rent a couple of outhouses for a larger event should we need it.
You mentioned the Niagara County Department of Health, their septic. Do you have documentation supporting?
I did not bring documentation with that today, and we did not include that in the paperwork we sent 2 weeks ago, because at our last meeting, Travis had indicated that he spoke to them directly, and that was part of that meeting that it was accepted.
I believe the last time we met with them, I gave the town board the documentation from Niagara County that they submitted to me with a letter saying that they were fully in compliance on that.
And you still have that?
I believe I can find it again, but I do know that I did hand it out to the board members.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Refuge and disposal. What's the plan for addressing that?
Like we indicated months ago, in the springtime, we had a dumpster put on the property, so we have no issues with refuge and disposal.
And you have said throughout, you and or Bob, with regards to noise, no complaints. We have not received any complaints here at the town hall. At this point in time, I'm going to turn it over to the board. If you guys have any questions, please feel free.
I have a concern.
Sure.
And my concern is in your write-up, you mentioned, that you wouldn't be able to do the gravel at this point because of the cost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that the cost factors if an emergency should happen and you need to do an immediate repair? Is the financial part going to be an issue?
If something happened and I needed to do an immediate repair, and if it was a safety kind of an issue, we'd probably just have to take out a loan, to be honest with you. I don't see how that would be.
This is the exact shit I'm talking about. Where does this dumb bitch get off telling this lady that she can't have a business because of something that could happen in the future that she might not be able to afford? Are you kidding me? How is it not understandable that a person can't afford a $8,000 parking lot on a new business? Where did these people get off acting like there's some type of mom when they should be helping and making sure their community thrives, yet their town is dead on a Friday night and they want to keep shutting these small businesses down? You guys let me know what you think about this trash-ass bitch Ann.
I don't see how that applies here necessarily.
I'm only stating it because you mentioned it in your write-up.
I can't afford $8,000 worth of a parking lot right now because we have an alternative where we can simply plow the grass. We need that $8,000 to pay bills and buy kegs and be able to kind of do our daily.
I get that. I'm just concerned if finances are going to be an issue to keep the business ongoing.
Finances are not an issue to keep the business ongoing.
Yeah, you stupid micromanagement dumb bitch. Make sure you all hit that thumbs up and leave your comments in the comment section of what you think about this board micromanaging small businesses right out of the existence.
Any other?
I mean, I can comment. I've been to one of their events and the parking was adequate. I have pictures of it. I have pictures of the road signs that they put up. And in talking to Bob, I asked him, I said, well, what happens if it gets muddy? He said, we cancel the event. I mean, they're not going to put people at risk parking in there where they have to get a tractor or a tow truck or something. That's what was explained to me at the time. So they are very considerate of their customers.
Anyone else? Steve? Mike? Thank you. To my understanding, with regards to the permit that you're going under the incentive, we will need to send this matter back to the planning board because there's been just a couple of small tweaks. The planning board is meeting, I think, in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. There's been just a couple of tweaks from the original application that was submitted. They didn't have any problems last time with it. At this point in time, we have no more questions to ask, and we just continue to move forward.
So I was initially under the understanding that this would be voted on tonight. Now, is that something that the planning board will vote on at that meeting?
To my understanding, being that we're looking at incentive zoning, they should make a decision one way or the other, and hopefully in 2 weeks you guys will have a solid direction.
We won't have a yes or no answer in 2 weeks, or when you say a solid direction, that leads me to believe it would continue on even past the next 2 weeks.
Well, it's been going on quite some time now.
I'm aware.
Okay. We hope it doesn't have to go on much longer. But we're cognizant of the fact that we need to cross a lot of our T's and dot our I's. So that's why we're moving forward a little slower, probably than you guys like. But once again, this has been going on for close to 2 years now.
Over 2 years. It's been 2.5 years now.
So we're just trying to do it right.
So we go to the planning board meeting in 2 weeks, which if we could have the date of that, I would appreciate it. Is there anything that we need to bring with us to the planning board meeting in 2 weeks?
I'll touch base with...
You need to bring, I don't need to jump in, I'm just the lowly attorney. Just your application is presented here tonight under section 130 of the town code. 130-5B to be specific. It's presented to the town board. The town board, I think, tonight is deeming it adequate to send back to the planning board. So the application that's presented before this board tonight goes to the planning board. Planning board will make a recommendation back to this town board for final approval.
And will that happen at another meeting, or will that happen?
No, the planning board has their meeting, and this town board then has a subsequent meeting.
Okay.
So, but this is the first time that this town board has actually deemed an application adequate to send to planning.
Right.
I know there's been a lot of cross currents with boards.
Unfortunately, communications just
Government,
hasn't been great, so.
There seems to be some forward movement, and I think we're going to move from there, from this board. As long as this board sends it to planning by a majority vote, then that's where it'll go.
Okay. I do have one other question tonight.
Sure.
Previously, Bob had requested a refund for 2 of the permits that we applied for. we applied for the permits because the town told us to apply for them and then later said we couldn't basically apply for them. One was a renewal and one was a brand new special use permit. One was $90 and one was $210. I was wondering if there was any movement on that at all.
Both permits or one or the other?
Well, I mean, the first one was a renewal for a special use permit because at the time the town told us we needed to pay to renew it, which was later decided that the town decided that wasn't right. And then after that, we were told we had to apply for a new special use permit. So then we paid the $210 and applied for a new special use permit, which also then the town said that that wasn't the route we should go or we could go. So we were just looking to see if there was any movement on that at all.
Mr. Pepperday, let me look into that.
Okay.
I'll be responsive to yourself or your husband, along with the date of the next planning board
Thank
meeting.
you. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else for me or am I all good?
Actually, I think you're good for this point.
Okay. Thank you.
At this point in time, next item on our agenda is the public participation on agenda items. If there's anyone in the public who wish to say something, we'll give you roughly 3 minutes. If my clock person is all set here. The floor is open for public participation, public comments.
This only pertains to things that are on this agenda?
Yes.
Is there other public comment on this meeting?
I'm sorry?
Is there public comment for stuff that's not on this agenda
Not
at this public
evening,
meeting?
sir.
When he told me no, I gave him a look as if a child did something bad and Dad was looking at him with a very intense look, and we had a pretty crazy stare down at this point.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I spoke to the town clerk yesterday, and she informed me that a situation that my husband and I are dealing with the refuse bin was going to be discussed this evening. I don't see that on the agenda.
Okay.
Can that be discussed?
The refuge issues?
We have a refuse bin.
Okay.
Garbage cans. That we've been trying to deal with since October 9th and have not gotten a response.
Would you stand, identify yourself,
yes,
please?
My name is Sarah Dixon. On October 9th, we received the first bill for the additional can pickup of 2026. I called to state that I was never told of this situation. The first person I spoke to said she would call me back, never did. So I called 2 weeks later, and you, Mr. Evans, yourself actually did get on the phone with me, said you would look into it, and did call me back about 3 business days later, and just assured me that your staff told me of the fee. I have been the power of attorney for 2 family members, executor to the wills of 2 family members, and I've dealt with my family's financial situation for 30 years. I would know if I was told something. So your assurance doesn't grant me anything. You don't have proof that I was told of the fee. So we asked if we could return the can and explained that it had already been decided you weren't going to be allowed to do that. So my husband and I took it upon ourselves to destroy the can so that there won't be a pickup, but there's still the matter of the bill that was sent to our house for next year's pickup. If I don't have a functioning can, I would like that fee waived. That's all.
Thank you. You had a matter.
Myself, yeah?
Are you?
Yeah, I had something I'd like to speak about.
Go for it.
All right. My name is Dan, Erie County. My residency is Erie County. And I actually come down here to address a few things about this board that you guys are going to be under investigation for about the haunted forest. And there's quite a few things that comes to concern about this, about the litigation and misappropriation of public funds where you guys are fighting something on a technicality. Let me quick explain this technicality so you guys can understand what these shitbags are fighting against. The Haunted Forest sued the town of Wilson in a lawsuit for the right to open through an Article 78. During an Article 78, you're supposed to serve the town with a paper copy. They did not serve the town with a paper copy. They sent it through email. When they lost in court, they tried to say they did not get served properly, but the first judge told them, you showed up to court, you waived your right to not knowing the lawsuit was in effect. Wilson appealed that on the taxpayers a dime. If you guys do not know, appeals cost mega money. Now they lost that appeal. The judge agreed with the first judge. You showed up to court. The fact that you didn't get served properly is null and void. You showed up. And the second appeal happened up to the state Supreme Court. More money wasted on the taxpayer's dime. All on a technicality, not even the fact that they could win this case, just the fact that there's a technicality issue. And to go furthermore, the time frame is not up. They have since then served the town with the correct paperwork, thus filling in the hole, yet the town is still dragging their feet on a technicality because they lost the lawsuit. And the truth is, it's only a matter of time before Wilson has to pay out. And how much tax money are they going to waste? The more they drag their feet, the more it's going to cost the taxpayer. Misappropriation of public funds for you guys are fighting something on a technicality that should be settled a long time ago. You guys got lying to the Department of State about your codes enforcement. He's operating without a license. There's a lot of stuff going down in the corruption here, and I just want to come down here and ask some questions like, is your Board of Ethics still investigating themselves and finding no wrongdoing? I've listened to some, I got a lot of depositions about you guys down here and some stuff, and I know you're a new supervisor and you weren't involved with a lot of it. I know you're new in here, but my real concern is the appropriation of funds. This is something that needs to be settled out, not being going back to court and litigated, and it's a losing matter. You guys are literally appealing on the public's dime here, this small town. You guys are literally appealing on technicalities. And then the thing's been refiled. So it's like, at the end of the day, you guys are a losing battle just wasting public funds. And I guess my other question is, your codes enforcement, is he licensed, or are you guys still using Porter, or at least telling the state of Department of State that you're using Porter, lying through documentations? And I have all these documentations, so this corruption is going to come out, and this board better get on their gear about appropriation of public funds, because the lawsuit's eventually going to settle, or eventually going to get paid out, and you guys are just dragging your feet, causing a lot of unnecessary funds on the taxpayer's dime. And like I said, Supervisor, I know you weren't involved in that matter because you're newer here, but I'm counting on you to do the right thing for the taxpayers in this situation. So that's all I got to say, and I just want you all to know you're all under investigation. Dan, and all those depths are coming out.
Thank you, sir.
Can I ask this gentleman a question? Who do you represent?
No, not. Tim.
Okay.
Dan, thank you.
He knows.
I know.
He knows.
Tim. Okay. Dan, thank you. What did you say your last name was?
I didn't say.
Okay. But you're from Erie County?
That's my residency, yeah, Erie County.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else from the public? At this point in time, the public participation forum is closed.
Get a load of this, guys. This next part is out of this world. For the record, is your code enforcer licensed?
I'm sorry?
Is the code enforcement officer here licensed now?
Our meeting is over, sir.
No comments whether he's licensed? Hey Travis, you licensed yet to be code enforcer? Huh?
No comment.
No comment? Whether you're licensed to do your job you've been doing?
To become a code enforcer in New York, you need a valid New York State driver's license and a code enforcement official certification. This requires completing a basic training program from the New York State Department of State, along with meeting certain education and experience requirements.
The rumor I've heard is Travis can't pass the civil service exam, so he can't get the actual certification, so they operate illegally. This is also Travis, guys.
Yo.
For the month, I've issued 13 new permits, closed out 20. Right now we have 70 open. I did 1 trailer occupancy, 1 STR inspection, had 5 complaints, 4 sheriff call-outs, in this past week, right here this week, I've caught 3 contractors with no permits. And we have some future litigation with Kyle coming up in local town court. That's my report for November.
So if he's not licensed by the state properly, how in the world is he performing his job? How is he issuing 13 new permits, closing out 20 permits, doing a trailer occupancy inspection, 1 SPR inspection, caught 3 contractors without a permit while not permitted to do his own job, guys? Sounds like a hypocrite piece of shit to me. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments section. A code enforcement officer claiming to be an officer of the state. That's impersonating an officer. Where are the charges on this guy, folks? Make sure you guys hit that subscribe because this is just the startup video. There's going to be more videos about this and we're going to expose it all. The depositions, the actual documentations that they forged and sent to the state, this guy.
That's pretty much all I have on the agenda. To the town board, there are litigating matters that need to be addressed and we need to be brought up to speed on. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion to go into executive session.
I'll second.
Motion to go into executive session. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. At this time, we will dismiss the audience. Counselor, you had something to say on that?
Sure. It's not just limited to litigation. There's ongoing union negotiations, but I would also put on the record that there are some invited participants into executive session who are named litigants in a litigation involving the town of Wilson, former Supervisor Doyle Phillips, former town clerk Diane Muscoreil, our town code enforcement officer, former town councilman Robert Hall, and resident Mark Schmidtkins. I would also, and Diane Muscoreil is also here, and on her behalf is administrator of the estate of her late husband James Muscoreil,
Which is named?
Also named in the litigation involving the town of Wilson. So I think we'll invite all of them to the executive session for at least a brief portion, to the extent that it involves them in this litigation, and they're only in their official capacities, not in their individual capacities. Thank you.
So at this time, we'll be dismissed to enter into executive session. Thank you.
For the students, we'll sign your papers.
Thank you.
For the record, is your code enforcer licensed?
I'm sorry?
Is the code enforcement officer here licensed now?
Our meeting is over, sir.
No comments whether he's licensed? Hey Travis, you licensed yet to be code enforcer? Huh?
No comment.
No comment? Whether you're licensed to do your job you've been doing? Lying to the porter about Porter, huh? All gonna come out, my man. All coming out.
Who do you work for? Everybody's dismissed. Here, let's go. Who do you work for, Con?
Myself.
Thank you.
Because these are a bunch of crooks in here. We're about to expose them.
How do you do that?
I run a YouTube channel and do First Amendment audits. I audit these guys. And what they got is a code enforcement officer talking about codes violations and all the public. But you know what? Their code enforcement officer ain't even licensed to be putting out those fines and stuff. I don't know if he's licensed or not yet. You think if he was, you would have said yeah right now, wouldn't you? But what they're doing right now is they're actually going to an executive session. The meeting will open back up and they got to close it and let us know any conclusions that came in there. But what it is a set time where they can discuss things without the public, but they can't make any decisions. They can't vote on anything in there. And that's what is going on with the executive session. But the meeting's technically not over. But
oh, what's your YouTube channel?
my YouTube channel is called Auditing Erie County. I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna video through this window. They're discussing litigation against another shutdown of a pumpkin farm, guys. Under investigation here in Wilson. They got people on their ethics board who are investigating themselves, lying on court depositions. We got the depositions, we got it all. We're here to let them know they're under investigation today. The town of Wilson is super corrupt. They actually closed this meeting to go into executive session wrong. They voted to go into executive session before saying who exactly could go into executive session. And the way they ended it, they sure did believe that they didn't have to come back out to this meeting to reopen it. As you'll see, this cocky constable seems to think that this meeting is over, and I'm going to assure him that it's not. And then we're actually going to force them by waiting it out to go back and open and close the meeting properly, because they never would have had I not been there.
Best part-time job. You always tell me.
I wonder where they're going. They locked me out. The meeting ain't over.
It is.
It ain't over.
Close the public, it's over.
Nah, they gotta come back open and close it properly, or they're violating meetings law, open meetings law.
That's between you and them.
It is gonna be between me and them. You better warn them. Meeting ain't over. Who do you work for? The Unified Court System? No. You're a police officer? Yeah? You better warn them. They're about to violate open meetings law. At this point, the town of Wilson has illegally locked me out of an open public meeting that is not over yet. This meeting ain't over. It ain't been officially closed. How are they going to close it?
Everything you're doing is on the record.
Yeah, but they didn't close the meeting. They had to do it to the public. These fucking idiots are leaving. These guys just do what they want? For real? They're still in there. We're still alive. There's still some. The constable is in there. I warned them if they close this meeting without doing it properly, there's going to be problems. We'll see if the constable is going to tell them. They shut the lights off in the meeting room.
Well, actually,
Yeah, nobody watches these. When nobody watches these people, they do whatever they want. Chad, if you think we should sue his ass for it, I reckon we're going to. LRV 9031. What's up?
What are you doing?
I'm filming.
I can tell, but why?
What are you doing?
Hanging out.
Why?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I just told you I'm hanging out. What are you doing?
I just told you what I'm doing. What are you doing?
Huh?
I just told you what I'm doing. What are you doing?
I told you I'm just hanging out.
I told you I'm just filming.
Simple as that then. Have a good night, dude.
Oh, weirdo. At this point, they tried to wait me out and kept checking to see if I was there, and probably went ahead and watched the live stream as we were out there calling them out for not closing the meeting. And eventually, they decided they better comply within the law, because the civil rights enforcer and media news team that enforces the law on the government is watching them on full force. And you'll notice they all have their coats and their jackets on as if they were going to go home, but now they have to take their jackets off because they have to close the meeting properly. Let's go. Let's see it. We're going to find out if we're going to close this meeting or what. back up and close it properly. That's what I thought. This gentleman comes to let me in, and the constable stops him right here. The punk ass. What's going on? Open up the doors. It's a public meeting. It's not over yet. This is the constable's ego and pride on full display because he knows he's wrong at this point. You guys are gonna lock me out of the public meeting?
Where's some patience, my man?
Fucking stupid ass.
Excuse me?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What did you say?
Get off me, you stupid ass. That's what I called you, a stupid ass. Don't you ever touch me again. I'll put you in a federal courtroom so fast your head will spin. You want to mock me out there like I didn't know the law? You ought to learn the law. You want to wear a badge, you stupid ass. Don't you ever touch me again.
Dan, was it?
I don't know. The constable wants to put his hands on me for free speech. I'm good, as long as he knows he can't put his hands on me for free speech.
Dan, we're trying to, let us finish up here. Thank you.
It's almost alarming how much of an attitude adjustment was done after the executive session when they figured out who I was and they were not going to be able to get away with BS.
I'll accept the motion to come out of executive session.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to come out of executive session. Councilman Leggit, would you give me a time, please? Once again, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to adjourn. Carried.
I'll fill in the blanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Supervisor.
Yes, sir.
Can I just make a suggestion? I seen your format for the public meetings. Maybe make a section on there just for public comment on anything for the good of the community, not just for agenda items. Maybe
Okay.
a different section, just for transparency in government. It's something I like to promote.
Okay.
And just one question: codes enforcement officer, we're licensed down here now.
You know I can't speak on that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro.
I mean, you got a codes enforcement officer who's not licensed. You're breaking the law at that point, right?
Well,
Code, it should be a simple question answer. It should be like, yeah, of course he is.
Dan, right?
Taken care of, yeah.
I have no comment, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Another investigation. But
That's all
no,
right.
I was coming in here. I told this constable earlier that the public meeting isn't over until they come out of executive session. He kind of punked me over there, and then when he opened up the door, he was being smart with me, and I called him a name. I can't remember the exact name. Maybe punk ass or stupid ass.
Okay.
But then he hip checked me and grabbed my jacket like he was going to detain me.
Okay.
And I don't want to cause litigation any more litigation against this town than.
And we appreciate that, Dan.
But
Thank you.
This guy can't be putting his hands on people. He needs to
No.
learn how to talk to people better.
Okay. Well,
You're going to see the video because I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna make sure it gets sent to you.
Okay.
The way he spoke to me about this meeting,
Well,
like
once
I don't
again-
know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying.
Dan, once again, we don't want to get into any litigations as well. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you and
All right.
saying, you're the supervisor.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, and I know you're gonna take care of it.
All right.
I think it was punk ass I called him, maybe. Because that's what he was acting.
Well,
It's his freedom of speech. You swore an oath to protect it, and this dude to take his badge swore an oath to protect my right to call him.
When I get shoved aside when I'm opening
You
the door,
didn't.
that's
You
what I
hip
noticed.
checked me. It's all on camera. It's all on camera.
It is.
This camera's up there.
There is.
And you grabbed me, all right?
Dan, thank
Not
you.
appreciated.
After you pushed me aside.
After you locked me out of a public meeting and make a mockery of it, I'll be
Media's
watching
over
you,
now.
buddy. I'll be watching you. And just like that, they were forced to close the meeting properly. You guys leave your comments in the comment section. I don't know what's with that stupid that constable dude is a tyrant. We're definitely be watching him, and in the future we're going to be watching him. Tell me I pushed him. What a punk.
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, my sons, if they act up, I'm like, son, you can't play the game today. They act up again, I'm gonna say, son, you're gonna read a book all day today. You can't watch TV. That's it. I won't ever in my life, ever humiliate my own DNA on a social media network. I seen a lot of parents do that, and it actually made me cry.
Hey Travis, you licensed yet to be code enforcer? Huh?
No comment.
No comment? Whether you're licensed to do your job you've been doing?
Corruption cruiser rolls into town. Our public servants better not clown. Our rights respected, no backing down. I audit them all, Constitution showdown. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, and not just bark. Cops scatter, they know the name. First Amendment on our side, we got no shame. Document them all, expose their games. Do it for the people, not for the fame. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Flexing our rights, a man with a mission. Constitution on our side, never asked for permission. Taking pictures and videos, and hey, might just take a piece of public candy. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Come the government dogs with their charges and cuffs, barking up the wrong tree, acting so tough. We'll FOIL request the body cams and all their reports. Brittany Penn, Berthy gonna neuter them in court. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Forget to like, share, and subscribe, fam. We out.
Pull the Constitution out of your pockets in here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
We have every right to film. Oh, here, there. Your name is not Dan Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah.
Sure it is. On here is Dan Erie County.
This is
legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.